Good evening and welcome to Star Valley Volleyball. Randy Taylor, Patience Jenkins here to bring you Lady Braves varsity volleyball up the canyon. We're in Jackson Hole High School tonight with the Braves set to take on the Lady Bronx from Jackson Hole. We've got about 5 minutes left on the warm-up here as the Lady Braves finish up their on-net warm-up, swinging away at the ball.
So Lady Braves so far have freshmen came away with 25-14 win and then a 26-24, so they took that match. JV was 25-13, 26-24. Jackson actually led towards the end of that, and Star Valley had a major comeback.
Yeah, JV down 21-24 in that second set and come back to win it on about a 7-point swing there, so that was fun to watch. So Lady Braves coming off of a road trip last night in Rock Springs where they swept the Tigers. Had just a little opportunity to talk to Coach Schwab about that match, and he said that was a combination of Rock Springs being pretty young, little inexperienced, although he says they do have a lot of potential. But he contributed that win to just some really good volleyball by the Lady Braves. A lot of in-system play where Lady Braves passed the ball very well. He said Cameron Mackey had a great night. And Lady Braves in-system a lot, and Hallie Hokinson able to use a number of her hitters.
Star Valley coming in with a record of 13-13, finding Jackson's according to YO Prep. We gotta keep scrolling. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
We'll get you some of those numbers as far as Coach Schwab looking forward to this game tonight. You know, he said it's always difficult but fun to play Jackson in Jackson. You never know what you're going to get for, a crowd. It's always still a rivalry. And, we've been impressed with this Jackson volleyball program over the last few years. They've done some good things and I think climbed the ladder a little bit.
Tara Yancey.
Competing.
Let's give a shout out to Jackson's coach. She, I really feel like, has turned Jackson's program around for the better.
Yeah, I agree. Her and her staff have done a good job over the last few years here. You can see that just the level of play has risen up here when it comes to their volleyball program. So these two teams have met before at home in Lady Braves Gymnasium. Braves able to come out with a win that night. I believe that was a sweep.
I believe you are correct.
Remember as well as I do.
Well, and it was funny because I didn't necessarily felt like Jackson played bad. I know they came in with some injuries when they played us. It will be interesting to see how they respond tonight.
Well,
I always feel like Jackson ups their game when
maybe who they have playing tonight.
Correct.
Right? That's always a factor. And that, to go with that, that's one thing the Lady Braves were not supposed to play in Rock Springs last night. That was supposed to be last week, and they had to reschedule that game due to some illness on the Lady Braves team. Talking to Coach Schwab on that, almost a third of the girls battling illness last week and unable
and
to
it wasn't
travel.
even the same illness. There was stomach bug, there was colds, there was all sorts of crud going around.
Yeah, when you spend that much time together, you definitely are going to share all of those fun things. And hopefully, from what we know, Lady Braves are healthy tonight. Everybody traveled yesterday to Rock Springs. And so they're looking for a back-to-back conference win here tonight with just about a minute left.
Right. Well, and this game is an important game for the Lady Braves. It is a placement game for the regional tournament.
Conference record determines your seeding in that regional tournament, which is coming up. Halloween weekend will be in Casper at Natrona High School. for the regional tournament. That's a 2-day tournament. It'll be on the 31st and the 1st, Friday, Saturday. I guess we'll have to wear our Halloween costumes to broadcast. That might be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We could get really creative there.
Let's dress up like Duke and Dell.
Oh, that's a great idea. We could really have some fun with that, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Do our best impersonations of SVI Media. That might be fun. All right, we are just 30 seconds away here from starting lineups, national anthem. Let's give a little shout out to some of our sponsors tonight for Star Valley Volleyball. First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, bringing Earth resources to life. Visit simplot.com.
And Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com.
All right, there is the buzzer. So we are going to look at starting lineups. Lady Braves wearing their pink jerseys. It is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They've been wearing their pink jerseys all month. I love it. They look great in pink with the black numbers and white trim.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lady Bronx in their home white, orange and black.
Match featuring the Star Valley Braves, coached by Caleb Schwab.
Looks like we're going to do starting lineups.
Led by head coach Terry Yancey and assisted by Natalie Cementon and Melissa
Jackson Hole
Lindeen.
coach. Tara Yancey, Natalie Cementon, and Melissa Lindeen.
So some new assistants, but Tara's been around the block a time or two, it feels like.
She's been here for a little while, yes. We'll do the national anthem.
Men and women in our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
So I found Jackson's record. They are coming in with a 6-15 season record.
We'd like to introduce
Okay, we're going to do starting lineups, starting with our very own Lady Braves.
with number 2 and team captain.
Number 2, senior, Hallie Hokinson.
Number 6, Peyton Hawkinson.
Number 6, junior, Peyton Hokinson.
Number 8, Addie Christensen.
Number 8, senior, Addie Christensen.
Co-captain and number 20, Ruby Hill.
Number 20, senior, Ruby Hill.
Number 23, Charlie Newton.
23, junior, Charlie Neuschwander.
Number 24.
24, senior, Shayna Casey.
And finally, Team Libero, number 4.
Number 4, senior, Cameron Mackey. And now for the Lady Bronx.
And now, for the Jackson Bronx starters.
Number 3, senior, Trinity Green. Number 6, sophomore, Jacqueline Strickland. Number 10, sophomore, Madison McDaniel. Number 13, sophomore, Zoe Green. Number 14, sophomore, Stella Zara. Number 15, freshman, Maslin S. Edmiston. And number 2, senior, Berkeley Hogan.
All right, so that's 2 seniors, 4 sophomores, and a freshman starting for the Jackson Lady Bronx tonight.
Tonight, we would also like to recognize our officials for our home match.
Gonna do a little official recognition. This month is Officials Appreciation Month around the state of Wyoming. So they are taking opportunities to thank officials in volleyball, football, and we do thank the officials. These items or these events cannot take place without officials, and it is not an easy job.
It is not.
Speaking from experience, we love it though.
We do.
Volleyball is a fun sport to officiate.
You don't get a better view than
That's
from
true.
officiating on either side.
That's true. It is a great view. Bird's eye view.
For the actions taken at all events. Lead those around you in the 307 way.
All right, so I think we are ready.
On players, coaches, officials, and
We're
fans.
just a smidge behind schedule, but that's volleyball for you. That happens.
At school events.
Let's talk about a couple more of our sponsors tonight.
When it comes to the 307
Fall River Propane. Experience a difference. Visit fallriverpropane.com.
WHSAA events.
And Bank of Star Valley, your community bank in Alpine, Thane, and Afton, and at bosv.com.
All right, and we are ready for some Lady Braves, Lady Bronx volleyball as the teams shake hands at the net.
And we are set to go. I feel like Jackson Bronx always elevate their game when Star Valley comes into town.
I
So
was just
I
thinking
imagine
that.
that is what's going to take place, especially
Yeah.
on their home court.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good crowd here. They're pumped up. We
They're
saw-
playing AC/DC.
Well, that in and of itself just gets
It's
it
game
done for
time.
ya.
It's game time.
That may just determine the night right there. Charlie Neuschwander with her air guitar routine down there might be a highlight of my broadcasting career. You would hope to see the Lady Braves coming off of that win last night. Sweeping the Rock Springs Tigers, looking for the same thing here. But like you say, this is a difficult gym to play in any sport. However, we see a very, very young lineup on the Jackson Hole side of the net. Coach Yancey wanting to maybe try to get some experience under the belt of these young girls. So set to serve for Jackson is number 3, Trinity Green. She's a lefty. Good pass there by Shayna Casey. They'll go middle to Moonschwander.
And she picks up a kill.
Kaboom. That's a nice shot by Charlie as she's facing to the right back corner and then hits that across her body to the left side. Difficult to read and defend. Allie Hokinson will serve. They'll back set this time. Deep shot down the middle. Cameron Mackey's there. Casey will send it over with 2. They'll go outside this time.
Oh, Cameron was going to let that go, and it just clipped her hands.
She tried to get out of the way there and couldn't quite pull her hands back quick enough. That's all right, though. She just second-guessed herself a little bit on that. She'll figure that one out.
Back set to Casey, who drops a roll shot in and picks up a kill.
So nice shot from the right side for Shayna that time. As Star Valley goes up 2-1.
Avery England checks in. Shayna Casey has a seat.
England with the serve. Little out of system. Here's a bump set to the outside on the run. Mackey will dig that. Out to Peyton Hokinson. Nice effort. Good dig there by the Bronx. Lady Braves scramble. They'll get the free ball over. Quick back set to the left.
Oh, and that's number 6, Strickland. Tools our block.
Sophomore lefty playing on the right side. She could be a weapon over there.
Now we have number 2, Hogan, serving for the Lady Bronx.
Deep serve. England's there. Hokinson will back set. A little lefty there by Addie.
A lefty roll from Addie.
Addie is not left-handed, believe it or not. That was a little trickster.
It was a surprise.
Trickster shot there. What a trickster. 3-2. Good serve by Mackey. Outside this time. Big swing.
Ooh. That's number 15, Edmiston.
Had a little heat on it.
Yes, it did.
Line. And we're tied at 3. Edmiston, she's just a freshman. But I can see that's why she's in there. She's not afraid to swing at it. Ooh, England with a nice pass. Back set to Christensen. Off 1 foot with the tip. Jackson fights over it.
A little miscommunication, yeah.
Not a bad idea, just 2 girls trying for the same ball. Didn't come out very clean. Addie will go back to serve. 4-3. Lady Braves up by 1 here in set 1. Nice pass this time. In system are the Bronx. Out to Edmiston. This one's long. No touch. Lady Braves will keep the serve. Go up 5-3. And Addie will serve again.
Oh.
Short serve. Too short. Christensen gives it back. That would have been lethal if she'd have got that over. It was close.
Braxton Ware is checking in for the Lady Braves.
Back to serve for the Bronx. Madison McDaniel, another sophomore. Big, strong jump serve there. Mackey handles it. Here's Peyton with the roll shot angle. Middle this time to Edmiston.
And she gets it down the middle back line.
So there's the freshman out of the middle. Finds the line. So far, they like to use her quite a bit.
And rightly so.
Yeah, it's paying off right now as we're tied 5-5. McDaniel to serve again. Deep serve this time. Ware is under it. On the slide is Hill. Tools the block. That's a pretty play there.
That was a pretty play.
Both of them on the run. Hallie one direction, Ruby the other. Both stayed very calm. I like how Ruby just kept her cool and got to that ball and swung at it. 6-5. Ooh, there's a good serve by Peyton. Bronx do get it over. Lady Braves in system. Here comes Casey.
And boosh.
Off the arms of McDaniels into the back wall. That's a kill. So Lady Braves quickly turn that out-of-system ball they got into an in-system ball and get the kill. 7-5. Peyton with the serve. On the run. Through the block, played up by the Braves. Free ball. Bump set by Green. Deep shot. Mackey's there. And Lady Braves will send a free ball over again. Here's Edmiston in the middle.
Oh, and they say no touch on that. But Ruby said, yeah, I think I was there. I think I got that. Put it in my stat book.
Give it to her. Chalk that up for a stuff block. 8-5. Lady Braves with a little bit of a lead here in set one. There's a nice block by the Braves, covered by the Bronx. Ware up to Hokinson. She'll go a quick angle.
Ooh, Shayna Casey hammers it down again.
That's a quick tempo set between Hallie and Shayna.
I feel like their connection just keeps getting better and better.
I agree. Every match, every week, we're seeing those two connect more and more. And that was a great pass by Ware to keep that right on the dot so Hallie could give it to Shayna. Dribbler off the tape. Here's Edmiston out of the middle. Two-handed tip. Hallie gets it with one arm. Shayna saves it with one arm. Braves get it over. Outside this time. Between the block, dug by Mackey. Free ball to the Bronx. Green's going to go quick middle to Edmiston. Ware plays it above her head very well. Big angle. Trouble for the Bronx. They do keep it in play. Hokinson will go middle to Hill. Tip in the middle is covered. Back row swing.
And that is out of bounds.
Ooh.
Woo!
Close.
The line judge couldn't decide what to call. The Jackson crowd does not like it.
No, they're giving her an earful, and I think.
And I'm like, hey, she's from Jackson.
She is. There's another good serve by Peyton. Green goes middle to Edmiston. She's blocked. Covered up. They'll go outside. That one, I do not think.
I'm going to call 4 on that one. Agreed. In fact, I think the last 2 on that rally
I'm not sure
didn't clear the net.
First one did either. Yeah, you might be right. Peyton's still serving. Braves on about a 6-point run right here. Here's a tip.
Whoa, and she was in the net.
She was in the net, but they did not catch that. That's a great tip, but she did follow through and bump that net. You could see it moving. Officials missing that one, I think. Nevertheless, Bronx get the side out, a much-needed side out. And Edmiston will serve. Ware with the pass. Hallie comes 11 feet off, goes outside. Ooh, dug up with one arm, sent over. Hallie will send it deep on 2. Bronx are there. There's a big swing from the outside by Zazara, and she hits it out. Braves get it back. Ruby Hill will go back to serve. Braves lead 12-6 here in set 1. Hill with a standing floater. Green's going to go outside to Zazara. She's blocked.
Nope, they're going to call 4 again. Even though Charlie, I think, thought she had a piece of that too.
Jackson coaching staff doesn't like the call, and they're going to take a timeout here.
Hey, they owed us one with the net.
I agree.
Though.
We'll call that
now
a
it's even.
Call, yeah. So Braves lead 13-6 here in set 1, which with what started as a quick kind of a back and forth set to start with. Lady Braves went on a streak with Peyton Hokinson serving about 6 in a row. Kind of open it up for the Lady Braves, give them a little bit of breathing room right there. Right now, as both teams come out of the timeouts, Jackson has just used 1, Starvelli none. And Ruby Hill back to serve again. 13-6. Little good pass this time. Here's a back row swing from Edmiston.
And that's sailing.
That one's a little too long there by the freshman. Out of the back row. So far, she's gotten a majority of the sets. Hill serves again. Edmiston up to Green. They'll go middle this time. Two-handed dig above her head by Hokanson. Braves run it down and free ball it over. Green's gonna go middle again with the tip. Lady Braves are there. Casey on the outside, turns it down the line. Charlie will swing on 2.
Oh, I like the idea.
28, Lucille Jorgensen with the block. That's a nice effort by her. She's another freshman.
So Jackson with a young roster.
Trinity Green, the setter, back to serve, the lefty. Mackey with a perfect pass. Noonschwander reaches above the block, dug by Green. Out to Zazara. Ware handles it nicely. Casey will go down the line, dug by Green. She'll get another chance at it. Angle this time, dug by Hogan. Back row swing from Edmiston. Probably the longest rally so far of the
Boo! Charlie puts it away.
Charlie says enough is enough. Comes up with the mega kill.
The mega kill.
To end a long rally. Nice swing there by Charlie going for the deep corner shot. 15-7. Green's gonna go middle this time.
Oh! Ladies let that one drop in the hole.
So that's a lefty. Jacqueline Strickland out of the middle is sometimes really hard to read and figure out where that ball's going.
Well, I think everything coming left at you looks weird. It's hard to adjust.
No matter where it's coming from.
Yep.
Hokanson sends it deep corner.
And that hits the line.
Ooh.
We're calling it in over here. That was a
It's in.
beautiful spot.
Boy, that's right there. I'd love to have.
It just barely kissed the line.
Yeah. Green's gonna back set this time. Lady Braves have to run this one down. Nice effort by Mackey, free ball. Green will go outside this time. Big block by the Lady Braves. Nice coverage by the Bronx. Tipped ball. Mackey, or Hokanson's into the net as she tries to save that. Lady Braves got a little out of system, little miscommunication there. 16-9. Braves lead in set 1. Hogan with the serve. Ooh, there's an ace. England shanks it off and Christensen tries to save it. And the Bronx on a little bit of a roll here, trying to get back in to set 1. Got a little
Officials meeting going on. I'm not quite sure what's going down.
Something here. I don't know if it is scoreboard.
Sure. If you're using your phone to photograph the match, please turn your flash off.
Okay.
Bothering the players.
So if we have a flash, we have some people photographing.
I think these
with
high
the
school girls would
flash.
be used to that.
Right. The divas that they are.
Right?
Nice save there by the Lady Braves as they get a free ball over. Here's a back set this time. Blocked by the Braves.
And a joust.
Ooh. And still alive. Both teams doing a great job of keeping the ball alive on some tight net play. There's Christensen down the line.
Just laying it out. Right?
You
Nice,
know,
big, long reach from Addie.
Addie's really developed that line shot now on that right side, and I love it. It's beautiful. Mackey with the serve. Here's a set to the outside. Edmiston roll shot. Mackey gets under it. Hokanson on the outside. She's dug. Saved by Green. Ooh, that's a roll shot nicely
McDaniel.
by Madison McDaniel. Cameron tried to get up there and cover. that short area. She's got a lot of ground to cover back there. But she does a great job doing it. Deep serve this time off of England. Oh, a nice effort by the Lady Braves. They use all 3 contacts to try to get it back over. 17-12. Braves up by 5. A little bit of good serving here by the Bronx have kept them in this set. Another deep serve. England stays behind it that time. Christensen with the roll shot. Bump set by Green. There's a tip.
Oh, they found a spot and they're going to take it to us.
Daniel found the tip. She disguised that pretty well as she went up like she was going to swing hard and then dropped in a little tip. Nice job by McDaniel. Jump serve again. Way off the net is Hokanson. Down the line. Ooh.
They call that out.
Oh. Good idea by Peyton. That's a tough ball. Her sister on the run tries to set that to her. Good idea to try to place it. Just misses the line. And it's 14-17 now for the Bronx. Peyton with a better pass. Swing by Christensen on the angle is dug. Here's a free ball from the Bronx. Lady Braves need an in-system play right here. Out of the middle. There it is. Wow.
That was a great shot by Ruby.
Great timing between Hallie Hoganson and Ruby Hill. And a nice pass from England on that one. To get the Lady Braves in system. Overcorrect on it. Here's a free ball from the Bronx. Hallie's going outside to her sister, and Peyton hits that one in the net. So a hitting error this time by Hokanson brings the Bronx back to within 3, 15-18. Here is McDaniel with the serve. Out of system are the Lady Braves. They'll free ball this one over. Here come the Bronx. Green's going outside. And that's a tool off the block by Zazara. And the Braves close it to within 2. McDaniel will serve again. 2-point lead for the Braves. And there's an ace. That one had some movement on it as Avery England tries to stay behind it. You can tell that ball's coming with some heat and it's moving. Yes. McDaniel with another good serve, but a good pass by Mackey. And there's a swing by Hokanson. She tools the block. And the Braves get it back on a much needed side out right there. Peyton Hokanson will go back to serve. Nice float serve that time by Peyton. Bronx out of system. They're going to send a free ball over. Here's the Lady Braves' chance to put one away. Casey with the swing. Nice dig by Hogan, but no, too tight into the net. And that's a kill.
From Shayna.
2017, Lady Braves into that red zone in volleyball. Break 20 points first. Short serve.
Oh!
Wow. Nice cross-court short serve by Peyton. That's pretty.
That serve made my bowels hurt.
She jumps off of 1 foot, goes across the court. I'm not going to even elaborate on that one. Hogan with the pass. Out of system again are the Bronx. Lady Braves with another chance for an in-system play. They'll go to Hill in the middle. Oh, and she about takes Hogan's head off on that one.
So now look, like Ruby's timing is the best I've ever seen it tonight.
I agree, right? The 3 swings she's had here just lately, all 3, timing has been perfect. She's on top of the ball, and she's putting some heat on it. Tipped over this time by Green. Braves will chicken wing it back over. Green goes out to Zazara. Blocked, tipped over. We got a little ping pong going on here. Tight ball
Man blocked.
The net. There's Hallie Hoganson and Ruby Hill with the block. Braves within 2.
And Jackson wants to talk about it. They take their second time out.
second and final timeout of this first set. Yeah, as Braves just 2 points away from taking set 1 here in Jackson Hole High School for a conference match. These all count towards seeding at the regional tournament at the end of the month.
Which I can't believe we're almost there, to be honest. This season has like flown by.
It's coming by quickly. And Lady Braves just with a few more conference matches left on their schedule. Wrapping it up next week. They do have one more home match on the 23rd. That'll be senior night.
Against Evanston.
Peyton Hokinson with the serve. Another bad pass by the Bronx, so they're going to have to free ball this again. Ware with a good pass. Hokinson out to Casey. Little mistiming there. Bronx do save it. Zara swings at it. Here's Ruby in the middle. Just when we said her timing was good. I think you jinxed her.
I did. I blame Ruby. That one's on me.
She was rushed a little bit.
Yeah,
on that
got a little
one.
bit underneath it.
Does hit that one out. She knows it. She's talking to Hallie, says, my bad. I'm sure Hallie says, I'll get that higher for you. Edmiston to serve. 23-18. Shank serve. Nice try by Hallie Hokinson to save it, but no. That's an ace. I feel like the Bronx have aced the Lady Braves 4 or 5 times now with some pretty wicked serving. Edmiston, just the freshman. She'll serve again. Another good serve. Good pass by Peyton. Tipped over. Bronx are there. Swung over by Green. In system. Casey.
Oh!
Boom. It's yam time for
Yam
Shayna
time
Casey,
is right.
as she puts that one away. Good timing on
I wonder
that.
if she thought to herself as she hit that, yummy.
Yummy,
This
yummy.
is yummy.
It is yam time. Green goes outside to Zazara on the angle. Peyton's there. Here's Charlie Noonschwader out of the middle with the tip. And that one's into the stands, and Lady Braves take set 1, 25-19. In what looked to be maybe a blowout for a minute, then the Bronx come back and make
They
it
came
close.
galloping back.
On a fierce gallop to make it close again. But then the Lady Braves close it out, 25-19. We'll see if we can take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors and be back with more Lady Braves volleyball after this.
Dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one. Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command.
The winter sledding season will be here before you know it. Make sure you're ready for the best winter yet by making your reservations at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton, Wyoming. The resort is located just minutes away from some of the best backcountry sledding in the Rocky Mountains, regardless of experience. And with plenty of trailer parking and a large complimentary breakfast, there is no place better to stay while you enjoy the Wyoming winter. Book your stay today by visiting KodiakMountainResort.com.
Welcome back to Jackson Hole High School, Star Valley Lady Braves volleyball. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jenkins here to bring you live coverage on SVI Media. Lady Braves take set 1, 25-19, and they are back on the court and ready to pick up where they left off. First set, we saw some pretty good serving from both teams. Saw some tough net play and a lot of scrappy play from both teams, I think. We talked about how
Agreed.
young this
Jackson
Lady
team
Bronx
is.
team is. Lots of sophomores, a couple freshmen on the court, and maybe 1 or 2 seniors is all we've seen so far. So definitely a young, developing team with a lot of potential. Just need the court time. So Lady Braves take a 1-set lead. And Hallie Hokinson will go back to serve for the Braves to start set 2. Short serve, and nice save, good effort, and that one's not going to make it over. Wow. What a great effort by the Bronx to not quit on that ball. They very easily could have off of that shank. And that's a point for the Braves. Hallie will go deep this time on the serve. Here's Azara with the swing on the angle. Too sharp, that's out. Braves quickly out to a 2-point lead. Hokinson serves again. Out to Zazara. Deep shot right to Mackey. Hallie will go out to Shayna. That's into the
No
net.
touch.
4 contacts that time. Little mistiming, I think, there on Shayna's part. Little far off the net. We talked about how these girls have to reach super high if they're off the net at all to clear that tape. And that's an ace for Green. Just like that, we're tied 2-2. Zoe Green with the ace. She's just a sophomore also. Left-handed setter. Oh, and that one goes between Shayna's thumbs. We've all been there. Hate it when that happens.
All right, so serving is number 3, the senior, Trinity Green.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I had the wrong green. There's 2 of them. Shayna with a perfect pass this time. Noonschwander outside. She's blocked. Oh, that's a roof.
By number 6, Strickland.
Strickland with the sophomore. Green will serve again. Ooh, Mackey with a perfect pass. Middle this time to Christensen.
Oh,
Addy on the angle. So we got Noonschwander swinging outside. Christensen in the middle. Shayna on the right side.
just
Never know.
mixing it up.
You never know where that ball's going to go with these Lady Braves. England checks in and she'll serve. Ooh, out of system. Here's a push ball over. Mackey's there. Peyton with the swing on the angle, off the ceiling. Bronx will get a swing. Nice dig by Avery. Here's Peyton Hokinson, turns it down the line. She's blocked. Noonschwander tries to save it.
That was Zoe Green.
Bronx take a 2-point lead, 5-3 here in set 2. Peyton with a good pass. Right side, off the block. Here's a push by Green. Mackey all over that. Middle to Noonschwander. She tips to the sideline. Bronx keep it alive and swing from the back.
Oh, Edmiston. That was a great play.
That's really nice placement by the freshman. Stayed nice and calm. Stayed behind that 10-foot line because she is back row and placed it right in the corner. Bronx go up 6-3 with Zazara serving. Short serve. Out to Peyton Hokinson. Nice tip that time by Peyton. Disguised it well. Bronx can't quite get under it. Braves get it back. 4-6 with Mackey serving. Nice pass this time by the Bronx. They'll go left or right side to the lefty. Bump set this time to Hokinson. She's blocked. Braves keep it alive and play it over. Bronx will go to the lefty again. And that's off Hokinson out of bounds. Strickland, the lefty on the right side. That's her strong side as a left-handed hitter. And she's not afraid to swing at it over there.
No, she is not.
7-4, Bronx go up in set 2. Here's the libero, Hogan to serve. There's an overpass. Bronx are going to set it up. They'll run quick in the middle. England with the one-arm save. Bronx keep it alive. Roll shot this time. Hokinson's there. Bump set. Off the block, dug by the Bronx. Outside, another roll shot. Back and forth we go. With the soft shot, somebody's going to swing at it. Not yet. Tip by Hokinson. Hogan's there. Right side by Edmonds.
Oh! She whiffs that, but gets the kill.
She's got a sheepish look on her face like, oops. Totally whiffed that. Did not mean to place it there, but hey, she found the hole regardless.
Lady Braves need to show a little bit more feistiness. I'd like to see them be feisty.
I'd like to see some feisty here. Somebody swing at the ball with some feistiness.
Or that'll work. Nice job, Addie.
Addie gets up, tight rope blocks the tight set on the net there and gets the side out for the Lady Braves. Christensen will go back to serve. Braves trail by 3. In system are the Bronx. Out to Edmiston.
Out of bounds.
Tries to go down the line. Not quite there. She's got a pretty heavy arm for a freshman.
Yes, she does.
And she's fairly smart for a freshman, too. Christensen with a nice short cross-court serve. Bronx will have to push this one over. Lady Braves get a chance at an in-system play here. Hokinson with a big swing. Good cover by England. Free ball to the Bronx. Back set to Edmiston. She has to tip it over. Peyton will swing again off the block. Pretty good ball control here by these two teams. Oh, and there's the soft shot.
McDaniel.
Right in the middle of the Lady Braves defense. I think 3 girls looked at each other like,
I thought you were going to get it.
Are you going to get that? Because I'm not going to. Lady Braves don't let those drop very often. England with the pass. Out to Peyton. Sharp.
There we go.
That time. Peyton gets the kill. 7-9. She'll rotate back to serve. England has a seat, and Shayna Casey checks in left front for the Lady Braves. Peyton with a good jump serve on the run.
Oh!
Nice,
such good hustle.
Nice save by the freshman. She sprints back and gets the block.
Oh my gosh.
That's the same girl. All right, I'm officially impressed. Edmiston.
She's all over.
Madeline Edmiston is literally all over. Sprints to save the ball, clear to the water cooler, sprints back to the net and gets a block. That was amazing. That's a Sports Center play right there, top 10. Big swing by Casey. Bronx dig it up. As Zazara on the line.
Zazara.
Momentum is building for the Bronx. As they take a 4-point lead here in set 2.
I think I might take a timeout.
I'd be thinking about it right here. McDaniel goes back to serve. You can definitely feel some momentum building. Good pass by Peyton Hokinson. Back set to Ruby, she tips. Here's a right side swing from the back row into the net. That's Zoe Green. So Braves get it back on the hitting error.
Ruby Hill will rotate back to serve. Charlie Neuschwander comes in front row.
Hill with a good serve. Here's outside to Zazara.
And that is out.
No touch. That's out. Braves close the gap to 2. With Hill to serve again. Tough pass this time.
Oh,
Nice effort by Green, but that's an ace for Ruby. And she closes it within 1. Braves trail 10-11. Ruby's kind of sneaky back there. She's got a pretty good serve. She's a little deceiving. Tipped ball. Braves are there, but they do have to free ball it over. Bronx in system, quick in the middle. Edmiston's block. Noonschwader will swing.
and she is solo blocked by who?
The freshman.
Edmiston,
There she is, the freshman.
making her presence known once again for the Lady Bronx. And now she'll rotate back to serve. I tell you, she's everywhere.
See what she can do from the serving line back here. If she gets an ace, I may have to bow down like I'm not worthy. Here's Casey with a big swing. Oh, even better. Edmiston with the big dig. Tipped ball. Bump set out to Casey. Bronx will bump set. Cesara swings from the outside. There's a tip from Casey. Down the line, that's a kill by Cesara. Bronx are feeling it. Too quiet. Print these up. So the Bronx, with a big swing down the line, take a 3-point lead. 13-10 with Edmiston serving. Mackey with the pass, bump set to the middle. Noonschwander, big approach. Cranks
Hammers that
away
down.
on that one. Nice swing by Charlie. Braves get it back, trailing by 2. Ware checks out. Christensen in. Nice pass here by the Bronx. Outside to Zazara. Nice dig by Mackey. Bump set to Casey. Smart shot. Takes a little bit off. Middle. Too long. That's out. No touch. Braves close it to within 1. Jackson's not going away.
No, they are not.
Another good pass. Edmiston out of the back row. Mackey, Hokanson, Christensen with the free ball. Out to Zazara. Wow, how did the Bronx keep that alive? They off the block. Nice effort. Christensen with the swing. Zazara will swing from the outside again. Here's Casey. Forces it through, says enough. Let's get this over with. She gets the kill with the tool off the block. Hallie Hokanson to serve. Lady Braves back in row 1. Out of system here. I don't think that was a block. Well, they didn't call 4 contacts, but
It hit the middle of the net.
I think so, right? That probably should have been the correct signal, but hard to tell. Braves go up by 1. Here's Zazara. Big block that time by the Lady Braves.
Addie and Charlie both in on that.
Nice wall put up there by Christensen and Noonschwander. Hallie with another good serve. Middle this time. There's a hitting error.
Which, when Jackson came to Star Valley, I felt like they had a lot of errors, hitting errors. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
And they've played a really clean match thus far.
Much cleaner than before. Yes,
Yes.
you're right. And they're a little bit streaky though, right? They come on really strong and they build some momentum. They get really excited, and then they make some unforced errors and they lose all that momentum quickly, which is the game of volleyball.
It is.
That's very, very common, but with a young team like this, you're going to see that probably more than others.
I agree.
However, I am impressed with this youth.
Well, they don't play like they're young.
No, they play hard.
And mature and smart and not emotional.
Yeah.
Which usually comes with being young player.
Yeah, definitely. And with being a girl.
I don't know if I should be offended.
Well,
You said that.
It's who we are, and people just have to accept it. Hoganson with a good serve. Here's a back row swing by Edmiston, dug by Mackey. Bump set, out to Casey. She waits for it. Nice swing that time by Shayna, but a nice dig by Green.
Block.
There it is again.
Addie and Charlie.
There's the wall. Christensen and Noonschwander. 2 blocks in a row now on Zazara on the outside. They're going to have her thinking about where she's going to go this next time. Quick in the middle that time, dug by Peyton. Back set this time to Christensen. That had some heat on it. Overpass. Braves will set it up again. Noonschwander, tip. Zazara, tip. Played up by the Braves. Pushed deep by Peyton. Ooh, it was probably out, but they play it anyways, and there's a kill. Nice effort again by Edmiston diving out of bounds, but
Jackson number 3, Green back at the serve.
Mackey with the serve, or with the pass.
Oh, Charlie punches that one through.
Good swing by Charlie that time. 14-18 now. Braves up by 4. Here's a back set this time to Zazara. Ooh.
Oh, and Zazara picks up a kill.
She gets that one through the block somehow. And to drop in front of Mackey, you don't see that very often either.
No, you do not.
Zazara back to serve. Mackey with the tough one. Hoganson on the run. Those are hard to get to. That's an ace.
From McDaniel. Oh, nope, from Zazara. My bad.
Besides a really tight ball to the net, those ones that pass to the left front might be the hardest ones for setters to get to. It's a lot of ground to cover. Mackey makes up for it this time with a perfect pass. Noonschwander comes around.
And that's a touch.
There's a touch and a kill for Charlie. She'll come out.
You know, we haven't seen Cameron's patented short serve.
You're right.
Tonight.
We have not. Let's see if it shows up right here. Did you call it? You did.
Ah! And I jinxed her. It was my bad.
I can't believe you just did that.
I know.
Cameron, that was not me.
Cameron, I'll buy you a drink. That was my bad.
Cameron needs some electrolytes. I heard she's been pretty dang sick. You wouldn't know it, though, with that effort right there.
No, you would not.
Here's the Bronx in system with the tip. England's there. Outside to Hoganson. Big swing by Peyton. She reached high for those high hands and tooled it off the block. That is almost...
textbook college
Well,
play.
it's so hard to defend, right? Undefendable, indefendable. I'm not sure how you would say that.
Dangerous. How about we just say
Ooh,
that? That
is
is dangerous.
A dangerous shot. Ooh, nice save there by the Bronx. They turn it into a kill. Good effort by Green.
And McDaniel picks up the kill on that. Here's Trinity. Nope, this one's Zoe Green to serve. Now you've got me
the
flip-flopped.
young one, the sophomore, serving. Good serve. Nice pass by England, though. Ruby on the slide.
Oh!
Wow. She pushes Ware out of the way as she comes around for the slide and tips it perfectly to the sideline.
Tiptoes around.
That was beautiful. She says, "Pardon me, coming through. I need to tip this ball." Bronx will go outside this time to Edmiston. She tips, roll shots. Middle to Ruby. Oh, nice reach by Ruby that time. That's a nice play by Ruby, as it was a little tight. Timing was okay, but she reached with those long arms and able to
Turned it into a play.
find that hole, yeah. Braves up 22-18 here with Peyton Hoganson serving. This is where the Braves scored a lot of points last set in this rotation. Big swing from the
And
right
out of
side.
bounds. They want a touch. Oh, they do give him a touch. I think this line judge on this side called that. I'm not so sure.
Somebody's got some pretty dang long fingernails if there was a touch on that. Nevertheless, Bronx get the side out.
And McDaniel will serve.
Ware with the pass. Ooh, just about a collision by the Lady Braves there, but they do free ball this one over. Outside to Zara, dug up by Mackey. Pushed over here by the Lady Braves. Tip. Ware is there? Here's Casey. Big swing on the angle. Hogan with a nice dig. Zara hits that one out.
You know, Casey's been hammering them. Kudos to Jackson for picking those up because they are coming hot.
I agree.
And fast. She is pounding that ball.
Especially that angle ball. And Hogan's just sitting on it and digging those, which is not easy to do. Speaking of Hogan, she shanks one off. And that's an ace. And Braves go to set point. Ruby Hill, the quiet assassin back there on the serving line, gets the ace.
Ooh, that one, I held my breath because I felt like that clipped the line.
That was close. The bottom dropped out of that ball at the last second.
I'm going to give it to the line judge. He's got a better view, I guess.
Does.
I guess than I do.
A little bit better, but I'm telling you, that was close. So close. Here's Edmiston with the serve. Set point number 2 for the Braves. There it is.
That timing was so nice.
Boom. That was another yam time for Noonschwander. As the Braves win game 2, same score as not same score, 25-20 this time. Set 1 was 25-19. So Lady Braves take a 2-set lead, 2 sets to none here in Jackson Hole High School. We'll be back.
Looking for a sweep.
Looking for the sweep. Get the broom out. We'll be back in a few moments after this. More Lady Braves volleyball on SVI Media.
What are you doing?
I'm teaching customers the power of patience to reduce stress while they wait to talk to somebody about their vehicle issues.
I don't know, man. Sitting like this is stressing my legs out.
He doesn't have to wait. He made an appointment online. When his car is ready, we'll give him a call.
Now that sounds less stressful.
Another satisfied customer.
No stress with Point S.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
We're back, Jackson Hole High School, and we're underway here. First play of set 3. Casey blocked. Noonshond with a great block. Braves will set it up. Christensen's going to set. Big set. Whoa! Whoa! Addie Christensen gets the assist for that. That was a beautiful set. Big high push all the way out to the pin, and Casey says, thank you very much. That was pretty. Hoganson with the serve off the tape. Outside. Ooh, sharp angle dug by Casey there. She'll send it back over. Bronx will set it up again. Oh, wow. That's a block. That's a big, it's like putting a big rectangular wall.
Oh, I like that.
Up on the net when you got
Shayna and Charlie next
Casey
to each
and
other.
Noonschwander up there. Wow. I mean, that's a big block. Braves in system. They'll go to Noonschwander in the middle. Boom, off the dig. Oh! What a nice dig there by Green.
You know, sometimes when that happens, it's like a goldfish look, right? Where you're just like, gosh dang it.
You just look at each other like goldfish.
Goldfish.
You got to be goldfish and forget about it, though.
That's right.
Here's Edmiston with the back row swing. Dug by Mackey beautifully. Out to Casey. Oh, big block. Braves try to keep it alive. Can't quite do it.
Strickland in on that block.
So Braves up 3-1 with Zazara back to serve. She's got a good serve. Where is?
Addie gets that block. Dug up by England. Pressed to the outside. Shayna puts it down. They call it touch.
And that's a side out for the Lady Braves. Casey will check out. Peyton Hoganson checks in. Now that's a different substitution.
Avery England playing some front row.
Hoganson checking in for Casey. They're getting a little tricky on us here. Here's an outside swing.
And out of bounds.
No touch. Big swing there by McDaniel. So yeah, Avery England in on the front row here, going to play some outside hitter, which we know she's capable of. She's just been battling that knee injury or recovering from little knee surgery.
That hits the antenna.
Yeah, that did hit the antenna.
The out of bounds stick.
That is an ace for Peyton Hoganson. The candy cane on the top of the net there. Hoganson with the deep serve. Back set here. Easy ball for the Braves. Hallie will go out to Avery. Dug up by Zazara. Oh! Another big block by the Lady Braves. Bronx will send that one over. Here's a set to the right side. Punched over by Christensen. Here's that lefty. No.
I'm going to say no touch.
No touch.
Shannon is on it.
7-1 here. Lady Braves jump out to a big lead early in set 3. They say, we want to get home. This is 2 road trips in a row. I'm feeling some bedtime coming. Here's a big swing by England. Dug, tight ball. Avery gets up again, and she gets it this time. England with a nice swing and a nice recovery on the jump, or lunch ball. She'll get her first kill of the night. Braves lead 8-1. Hoganson with the jump serve. Ooh, that ball floated. Nice serve that time. Quick in the middle to Noonshon. Pow. Charlie might have at least 5 big booms in this game.
I will tell you, she has 8 big booms.
Okay. I know we've said boom a number of times when she swings at it.
Just racking them up.
Peyton serves again. Here comes the swing.
Oh!
Ooh, finds the corner.
McDaniel.
That's a great shot by McDaniel.
Well, and it was deceivingly well placed.
Yeah, nobody's
right?
getting to that.
No.
Hogan in to serve, libero for the Bronx. Peyton with a good pass to her sister. She'll back set to Addie. Off the block, dug up. Here's a back set by the Bronx on the angle. Addie plays out above her head. Tip by Noonschwander. Back row swing, that's out. Mackey's all the way back to the line, lets it go. And it's out. She'll rotate back to serve. Ruby Hill rotates back in. Tough pass this time. That's an overpass. Christensen says, thank you.
She just lofts that over.
Thank you very much. Stood there and waited for it, went up and got it, and that's a kill. Doesn't get much easier than that. And she wisely went deep with it. There's that short serve by Becky. There it is. We've been waiting for it all night. She saved it and gets the ace.
You know, what's funny about Cameron's short serves is she seems to find an elephant-sized hole a lot of the times when she serves.
She does, and it is the size of an elephant, I think, and it doesn't matter which team we play, she finds it with that short serve, and it's so deceiving. There's no way. Most teams cannot read that and get under that ball because it barely clears the net.
Yeah, I would not want to receive that. But the thing about Cameron, too, is she will switch it up on you. She'll drop it on the front of your feet 5 times in a row, and then she'll hammer it at your face, so you don't ever know what's going to be coming.
She'll drop it in that elephant hole, and then she'll send a rocket
yes,
to the deep end line. So you never know what's coming. You can't anticipate one because the other one could be coming at you.
You might say she's a mastermind of serving.
Behind the serving line, I would call Cameron Mackey a mastermind. Maybe even mega mind. And
you did it. You
no, that wouldn't. That's you again, Cameron. That's all patience again.
No, Cam.
I am not taking any credit for those missed serves tonight. Here's a good pass by Mackey. Back set to Christensen. Middle back Doug. Outside to McDaniels. Off the block, off of Hallie Hokinson's shoulder. The look on her face.
She's laughing. I love that she can laugh at it.
Yeah. That was priceless. I hope somebody got a picture of that. 4-12. Bronx trying to build a rally. That will not help, as that one's into the net. Christensen back to serve. 13-4. Good float serve by Addie. Right side swing by McDaniel. Out to Ruby. England, sorry. Avery with a big swing. Just misses that one long. I like the idea. I like the aggressiveness.
She just needs to get on top of that ball a little bit more.
Yeah, Avery just lacking some reps, right? She needs to just keep swinging at that ball until she gets the right contact figured out. And then she'll be home free from there. Here comes the slide by Ruby Hill. Nice effort by Green.
Good hustle.
Bronx keep it alive. England with the two-handed tip. Bronx are there. They run into each other, but they get it over. Braves in system again. Here's Ruby out of the middle. Dug up again by the Bronx. Ware with a good dig. Back row swing by Peyton. Off the hands, that's a kill. And the Braves are excited.
They like that.
Back row swing that time.
You know, I'd like to thank our lines people tonight. Steve, the linesman, is doing a fantastic job.
Steve is amazing. I agree. Steve is on it. He does not miss much. And those kind of line judges are hard to find.
They are.
Ware with the pass. Out to Casey. Oh! Denied by the freshman.
Edmiston, man, she is a mature player.
She, like you say, she's everywhere. We haven't called her name for a little while. And then she shows up with a big block. 14-6. We're in set 3. Lady Braves with a 2-set lead. England with the pass. Back set to Ruby. Takes a little bit off of it. Dug by the Bronx. Lazara on
beautiful
big swing.
dig.
Mackey's there. Free ball. Short. Tight. Nice job by Green. She is a lefty. She went up and reached over Hill and Casey on that.
And she's not very tall. Sometimes I wish they would list their height.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see that. But she went up and beat both of them to the ball with a nice left-handed dump as a setter. Ooh, perfect pass there. Speaking of setter dumps, Hallie tries it.
And that is out of bounds.
Hallie's tried that dump a few times tonight, and Jackson's been all over it. I'd like to see her maybe push that deep.
Just to switch it up and see.
Try to change their defense a little bit. They're sitting on that short hole. That was a different pass, wasn't it? And that was off of Ware's head. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. And Steve about takes one.
Steve got it.
And he holds the position just in case there's any doubt. I don't think our camera's picking up Steve, the line judge.
It's unfortunate because he is fantastic.
He does a great job. He held that call for multiple seconds. Deep serve. Oh, that's trouble for the Lady Braves.
Oh.
Hallie can't get to it. And that's an ace.
Trinity Green, that's her third of the match.
Green with a nice serve with that left hand. She's going to pick on Cameron again. Cameron says not this time. Casey with a nice tip that time.
And we haven't seen Shayna tip.
Not much.
And so they were not ready for that.
She's been bringing the heat, so they're all sitting back waiting for it, and that's a smart shot. Christensen checks in. Ware checks out. Hallie serves. Nice pass outside. Little miss hit there that time. Braves handle it. Off the hands. Oh, that's a back row swing. She was well over the 10-foot line. Officials missed it. So both feet on the line out of the back row. And they let her swing at it. I'm not sure what happened there. I think maybe they were looking at something else. But that was clearly a back row attack. And there's another tough ball for Hallie. Swung by Casey. That ball hung in the air forever.
It did, and then
and the Bronx let it drop. They've been digging up all kinds of tips, and then they let that sky ball drop.
So Jackson's defense tonight, like just crazy better than what it was the last time we saw.
Yeah, I agree, especially on short balls and tips. Yes, I agree. Ooh, there's a shank pass. Bronx will send one over. A little out of system here are the Lady Braves, and Avery England didn't have much room to work with.
She was trapped. Sometimes that happens.
She tried to punch it over, and the block was there. Braves still with a 6-point lead here in set 3. It feels closer than that,
does.
though. Like the Bronx are not going away. And there's a dribbler. Braves keep it alive. Can't quite get it to drop. Bronx send it back. Noonschwander. Oh! Boom! There's another big boom from Charlie. She sends that one over with some authority.
She's just feisty. We can say that again.
Yeah, feisty again. Mackey with the serve, 18-11. Outside this time to Edmiston.
Do they want to touch? Not going to get it.
Down the line too long. Braves go up 19-11 with some breathing room here. Mackey back to serve. Another strong rotation for the Lady Braves. Deep corner serve. Nice pass. Out to Edmiston again off the hands this time, and Mackey's there. England will swing at it. Just a little mistiming again. Like you said, got to get her hand on top of the ball there. She's hanging her head a little bit on that, but Coach Schwab gives her some words of encouragement. We know she'll keep swinging at it. She's not one to hang her head and quit on that. Back set this time to Christensen. Touch on that one. Addie with some good timing there with the set from Hallie. Braves get the side out and break 20. And the Lady Broncs will take a timeout. That's their second and final one of set 3. So with Braves up by 8, a last effort ditch here to try to change the momentum a little bit are the Broncs with this timeout. Again, like we've said though, Lady Broncs super young, and Coach Schwab said the same thing about Rock Springs last night. So some teams with some really young kids just trying to build their programs, and I honestly, if I'm a Jackson Hole Lady Broncs volleyball fan, I like what I see.
I do too, and the future's looking bright for the Lady Broncs.
This group's got some potential to really be good in the next couple of years if these girls all stick with it and stay healthy. So we're back to live action here with Christensen and the jump serve. Knife pass by Hogan. Out to Edmiston. She puts that one away.
Jeepers, Edmiston.
That was a little quicker tempo attack by the Broncs than we've seen, so they must have drew that up in the timeout.
That, and they had a nice pass, so they were able to run that.
Yes, Hogan nailed the pass there. But I'm sure they must have talked about that in the timeout because that was well orchestrated. Ooh, and then the serve into the net doesn't help. Lady Braves 4 points away.
Shayna Casey checks back in. Avery Inkland back to serve.
Here's a good pass by the Broncs. They'll go quick in the middle. Edmiston, she tools the block. She gets it through Casey and Hill.
And that's a big block.
That is hard to do. She'll go back to serve. Again, I'm impressed. Maslin Edmiston, a freshman. She is doing all kinds of good things tonight, having a night. Roll shot there by Casey is dug. There's the tip. Braves are there. There's the tip. All right, that's what I'm talking about, Hallie Hoganson. Change it up a little bit. That was a beautiful back set tip right to the sideline.
She almost was like a fairy sending that back.
The way she kicked her legs up in the air as she back set that, the fairy tip. We may have to call that a special name for Hallie. There's a dig by Ruby Hill in the middle back. Braves will free ball this one over. Here comes Edmiston out of the back row. And
Charlie gets a hand on it, but can't quite stop it alone.
You know, Edmiston dug that ball, and before it was even off her arm, she was telling her setter, give it to me. And she did. And why not? She's not afraid to swing at it. Speaking of not afraid to swing at it, Casey just about
decapitated.
Jackson's thinking it was outside the antenna, which
Steve would have caught that.
I think so. There could have been a chance that it was because the set was pushed outside. It's hard to tell from this angle, though. 23-15, Braves 2 points away from the sweep. There's a swing from the right side by Zazara. Out to Casey again. She's blocked this time.
That's Zoe Green.
The sophomore Green. Zazara will go back to serve. Braves need a side out and a point to finish this match. Mackey with the one-arm save, and Hoganson follows it up.
A double, one arm.
Chicken wings everywhere again. Back set to Christensen. Off the block, there's the side out. And we're at set number 1 for the Lady Braves with Peyton Hoganson checking in to serve. Peyton has really developed a strong serve for the Lady Braves. She can move the ball around, place it in different spots. Off the tape, Edmiston gets under it. There's a tip.
And that's all she wrote.
There it is. Christensen with the block. Noonschwander up there with her. Braves close it out. 25-17. Sorry, 25-16 it looks like. For set 3. And they'll shake hands with the Lady Broncs. So Braves with back-to-back conference wins tonight and last night over the Rock Springs Tigers and Jackson Hole Lady Broncs tonight. Can't ask for much more with a 2-game back-to-back road trip schedule. Sometimes that's really difficult, especially with girls fighting off illnesses. Everybody looks pretty healthy tonight, and hopefully they can keep it that way as they go into the home stretch here with 2 weeks left till the regional tournament over at Natrona High School.
Yep, so we're planning on back-to-back. Well, the girls have to go back-to-back to Casper 3 times in a row.
They still have a match in Casper next week.
I believe so.
Next weekend. One more home match on the 23rd next week, and then I believe they go to Casper for a conference match over there. Then the following weekend will be regionals back in Casper. And then if all goes to plan and Lady Braves qualify for the state tournament, we will make the trip one more time back to the beautiful windy city of Casper, Wyoming.
It's gorgeous.
Takes your breath away.
It does.
Time and time again.
I think people love it when you send Casper postcards because the scenery is majestic.
Isn't it?
It's just beautiful.
There's no place like it, honestly.
No.
It is one of a kind. Let's go over some numbers tonight from Lady Braves and Lady Broncs.
All right, I'm going to let you have the Lady Broncs stats first. Hogan played some amazing defense for the Lady Broncs, and she had an ace. I did not get to. It's too hard to get all the digs.
It is too
stat
hard
all the digs
with those long rallies.
Yes, but she was phenomenal for the Lady Broncs. Trinity Green, 3 aces, 1 kill. Strickland, 2 blocks, 4 kills. McDaniel, 1 ace, 6 kills. Green, Zoe Green, the sophomore, 1 ace, 2 blocks. Edmiston with an ace and then 11 kills. So she definitely led the Lady Broncs.
Oh, easily.
You know, and
easily.
I didn't have to tell you that statistically for you to know that, but
Even
I wanted
with your
to mention that.
unofficial stats.
My unofficial. She had a fantastic night. And then Jorgensen with 1 block for the Lady Broncs. For Lady Braves, Hallie Hokinson coming in with an ace, a block, and 2 kills. Cameron Mackey, 1 ace. Peyton Hokinson, 2 aces, 6 kills. Addie with 3 blocks, 7 kills. Avery England with 1 kill. Ruby picked up 2 aces tonight, 2 blocks and 5 kills. Charlie, 2 blocks, 9 kills. Shayna Casey, 1 block, 10 kills. And then once again, I cannot stat all of the digs, but Cameron Mackey, Braxton Ware, Avery England.
You wouldn't have enough ink to stat all that anyways.
Playing some really good defense for the Lady
our
Braves.
pens may run out of ink if we try to stat all
of
that.
And Brandy, normally we do give a shout out to your defensive players or your libero, which we have not done.
Yeah.
And that is such an important role for those who play that back row so that the hitters can actually hit and run an offense.
People don't realize how important that is, especially if you don't know the game of volleyball. Without those, we call them those mini-me's, those littles that play that back row. They're smaller, they're quick, but their ball control is crucial to running an offense. And that's one thing Coach Schwab mentioned about last night is the passing and the digging was just on point, which allowed our offense to be in system and multiple hitters just getting lots and lots of kills. Last night and tonight, again, I think those girls just getting that done. So you're right. We do need to give a shout out to those littles in the back row. They do a great job. It's an unsung position. You don't get a lot of glory. Nobody looks at those stats very much unless you know the game.
Right.
We look at them for sure, and we see you girls. Nice work tonight. All right, we will close it out. Lady Braves Volleyball here on SVI Media. Quick shout out to a couple more of our volleyball sponsors. Miles CPA located in Afton and Alpine. Call 885-0055.
Star Valley Disposal, residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit starvalleydisposal.com.
Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No need to take your trailers out of the valley for repair. Call 307-699-7441.
And Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, local agents Andy Nield and Austin Callison. It's the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Thank you so much to these sponsors for sponsoring Star Valley Volleyball and allowing us to bring these games live here on SVI Media. And thanks to Duke, Dave, you guys are awesome. You get us all set up with this stuff and allow us to come do this. And we love it. We love Star Valley Volleyball. Always have, always will.
It's in our blood.
It really is. And we're happy to do it and happy to be here and hope we can do it for a long, long time. All right, we need to make the trip down Snake River Canyon, see how many wildlife we can see on the way. Keep us in your thoughts. Hunters, get out there and get them off the road. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jenkins signing off for Star Valley Volleyball.